Dear students, today we will talk about the magnetic energy stored in the solenoid when current is increased flowing through it from certain zero value to a certain value of current flowing through this solenoid. Now, on what principle it is based? Well, the work energy theorem is the basis. Whatever amount of work is done, that work must get converted into stored energy. So here you see, as the current is flowing through the circuit, some work is done, and we know the relation power is equal to potential difference into current. So here you can see that power is nothing but rate of work done, and that is nothing but product of potential difference and the current flowing through the circuit. And for potential difference we can write EMF E. So power is equal to, or that means rate of work done is equal to E into I1. Now we also know that induced EMF is given by rate of change in magnetic flux, and that is, we have already found, that is equal to minus L di1 by dt. So because phi is equal to Li, so we got this relation. You refer to the previous lecture. And therefore we can write rate of work done dw by dt. For E we put the substitute the value of E, that is E is equal to L di by dt. So we write L di by dt into I. So here we have I over here, L di by dt, this is the value of E, and into I. So where you now, on arranging I1 keeping on left, you have minus Li1 di by dt. This is the value of rate of work done. Now if we find the total amount of work done, we need to integrate it. So, and time is in the denominator on both sides, so that can cancel each other, and therefore we are left with total work done is integration of dw, and that is means integration of minus L is constant, we carry it outside the integrand, and inside it remains I1 di1. The limit will be current I1 increasing from 0 to a certain I value, and when we integrate we get I1 di is equal to I1 square by 2. Limit remains I1 is equal to 0 to I. So on putting the value, these limits, we get one term is 0, so we are left with minus half is there, minus is there, L is there, and I square. So that means half Li square will be the total amount of work done when current through the solenoid is increased from 0 value to a certain I value. And once we have found the work done, we can understand that the equivalent amount of magnetic energy is stored in the solenoid. Because when current flows through the solenoid, magnetic field is generated within the solenoid. We have calculated, we have found it, and we found that magnetic field the solenoid through the solenoid in the solenoid is B is equal to mu 0 Ni in case we have air medium. But if we don't have air medium, if we have some core material having permeability mu, then we have this expression for self-inductance of the coil. And magnetic field, we also instead of mu 0 we will write mu into Ni. So here we are taking the case of air core material. So for B we have mu 0 Ni, but from this relation now we have I equal to B upon mu 0 N. So we have I is equal to B by mu 0 N. So certainly if we want to find the I square, we must square on the both sides. So we get I square is equal to B divided by mu 0 N within bracket whole square. So that means if we put the value of magnetic energy, because magnetic energy will be equal to the amount of work done, and amount of work done is minus half Li square. So So magnetic energy is this much. And for the value of I we can substitute this value, and for the value of L we can substitute this value. If core material is having permeability mu, but if we have Al as a core material, we use L is equal to mu 0 N square Al. So for L we put the value over here, and for I we put the value over here, I square, and therefore we get magnetic energy stored in the solenoid will be, for L we write the relation half mu 0 N square Al, where A is the cross sectional area of the solenoid and L is the length of the solenoid. N is the number of turns per unit length of the solenoid, and mu 0 is permeability for air medium. And for I square we have B square by mu 0 square N square, mu 0 square N square, and so you see one mu over here is cancelled and N square is cancelled with the N square. So what we are left with is half factor is there, mu 0 stays in the denominator, N square is completely cancelled, one mu 0 square remains in the denominator, and Al B square remains in the numerator. So this is the total magnetic energy stored in the solenoid. Now if we find the magnetic energy stored per unit volume, then we divide the this total magnetic energy with the volume of the solenoid. And what is the volume of the solenoid? Volume of the solenoid is cross-sectional area of the solenoid into length of the solenoid. So that means if we divide this factor by Al, we get a magnetic energy stored per unit volume of the solenoid. So that means UB by Al, that is magnetic energy stored per unit volume of the solenoid, will be, here Al will be cancelled when we divide it by Al, so we are left with B square by 2 mu 0. This is the total magnetic energy stored per unit volume in the solenoid when a current is raised from value 0 to I flowing through the solenoid. So you will see it has so many applications, especially when we talk about electromagnetic waves. We will see that it is very useful. So you have to remember it, and we will see how it is useful in dealing with the electromagnetic waves in the coming chapters. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.